Oh, there I am. Okay, okay, yeah, so I do apologize for that little brief period of time where I'm just being silent, waiting for the stream to start. But hello, everyone, it's Alexander, the real Mr. Robinson. So just doing another live stream talking about the what's going on with. Sorry, I was looking at the playback, and it took me a long time to. I didn't realize how long it took for me to actually react. But anyway, yes, I'm doing another live stream. As the title of the video suggests, of the stream, I should say, it's pretty much my plans, what I want to do for 2022, beyond this YouTube channel, because last year I did a live stream where I pretty much talked about what I wanted to do for the channel this year, and I'd say I have done and accomplished a lot of what I wanted to do. That was a big undertaking. So let's actually go through. Let's actually just take this one step at a time. First of all, I want to welcome everyone who's in the chat at the moment. It says 6 people are currently watching. You got the regulars here: Spiders Prime, Walther Sorsa. Hello, welcome to the stream. If you're watching this live, make yourself known in the chat. Don't be shy about it at all. So, hang on one second, folks. Just want to get all the deets up, the details. Okay, so basically, this is a stream that I wanted to do for some time. Normally I don't like to. I mean, last year I did a live stream on what I wanted to do for this year because we were still in a pandemic, so I didn't know what the future held. And this year I want to do that again because we're not out of the pandemic quite yet, but we are starting to at least get some more. How do I put it? A little more normality, but not much, since there's that Omicron variant out there. I am Blur of the planet Omicron Persei 8. I don't think that's the way you pronounce his name, but anyway, I've been on a Futurama binge. Anyway, more people have joined in the stream. William Clark, Max Schroeder. I think that's how I pronounce your last name, if I pronounced it correctly. Junior Carpenter. Are you excited for Lightyear? Kind of. I mean, I'm glad it's not like another straightforward Toy Story, and I think Chris Evans will make a fine Buzz Lightyear. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's get down to the details. If you guys have any questions throughout the chat, or throughout the stream at all, just leave them in the chat, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities if I haven't answered them through the stream. So let's start with YouTube first of all. Let's start with this channel in particular because I've been busy this year, like really, really busy between reviewing all the Disney movies. And then that's not even including all the retro reviews that I wanted to do last year, but because so many big movies got pushed, I ended up doing it this year. Like some of the pre-MCU Marvel movies, Fast and Furious films, and I didn't even account for the Snyder Cut actually coming into existence, so I had to do retro reviews for Snyder's other DC movies, including Watchmen. So there was a lot that I pretty much had to catch up on because last year delayed a bunch of... Because, yeah, last year we got a lot of delays. So in terms of that aspect with retro reviews, this is probably something you guys don't want to hear, but I'm going to be taking a slight pause. I'm actually... Well, no, not slight would mean like maybe for a few months. No, next year... there's gonna be a major pause in terms of retro reviews because I've given myself way too much work to do this year, and considering that my day job came back, it's been stressful trying to balance the YouTube stuff, my day job, and just wanting to do other things in my social life. So I do apologize if you expected a lot of retro reviews. There will be some next year. Like, I'm planning to review Top Gun in prep for the new movie because that's just one film. I want to review the Jackass movies in prep for Jackass Forever, but because there's not a whole lot to talk about with one movie, I'm just going to combine them into one video. Okay, really briefly, Joshua Walters, first of all, welcome to the chat. It says, what's the reason you don't want to review Paw Patrol, the movie, and My Little Pony, the movie from 2017? Because I don't have any kids. I don't have kids at all. That stuff looks way too, those movies just seem way too far out of reach for me to, like, really put the effort into. I mean, because the thing is, like, I don't get paid to review movies on YouTube. I mean, I do through monetization, but it's like, it's not enough to pay the rent or pay my bills. So if it's like, if there's some movies I just can't review due to time restraints, and those two movies I have no business at all watching. Even if I had kids, I don't think I'd want to show them. I think there are better things that I'd want to show them. But yeah, yes, Joshua Walters asked another question I'll get to a little later. But basically, next year, I'm going to be taking a pause from retro reviews for most of the year. Once October comes around, I am planning to do my annual Halloween series of reviews. And then assuming that Avatar 2 comes out when it's supposed to, which is supposed to be next December, I will be reviewing the rest of James Cameron's filmography. Maybe Piranha 2: The Spawning, since I reviewed Joe Dante's Piranha last year. William Clark in the chat says, still waiting for you to review Your Family this week. Oh, I knew these jokes would pop up eventually, and the review hasn't even come up yet. So basically what he's referring to is Meet the Robinsons. That's the next Disney movie that I'm planning to review, and I did actually record a review during Thanksgiving weekend, but I did not really like it. And because there's some transitions going on with my personal life to where I can't use the same camera or the same backdrop that I've been using all year, so I'm back to this. I'm back to 2020. Back to 2021 methods of making videos, just on this camcorder with this mic right here. So for the foreseeable future, hopefully not for long, I'm going to be reviewing movies this way. Because there's a possibility I might be moving somewhere else soon. And in terms of Encanto, Thanksgiving week was so busy for me that I didn't have time to go out and see it. I wanted to try to see it today, but I knew I had this stream going on, and I've had other things that I had to deal with in terms of work, my day job, and the Hollywood Critics Association. So I could not, I just couldn't find the time to do it today. But I do plan on seeing Encanto by this week, and hopefully have a review for it. But I will have a review for Ghostbusters Afterlife tomorrow. It's already edited, exported. I just need to upload it for tomorrow morning. But anyway, back to YouTube movie reviews. If I do review anything like retro, it will be completely at random. Most of the time I might want to go, you know what? I feel like talking about this movie. I'll do a review for it. But if I watch any older movies next year, with the exception of what I just listed, I am planning to just watch it for entertainment's sake. And plus, pulling back on these retro reviews will allow me to watch new movies that I might have missed out on. Like today, I just watched Coda, the Apple TV Plus movie that is in my, I won't say much right now, but it is in my, it's going to be in my top 10 list this year. It's that great of a movie. And if you have Apple TV Plus, Coda is one you absolutely need to see. What else? So yeah, that, and also I'd like to try to get more into watching TV shows, because I'm not, unless it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Star Wars, or Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, then I'm kind of falling behind with TV shows. And I do want to watch I still want to review Community as the entire series. That's something I'll probably have to do next year because I've just not had time to do it this year. Yes, Joshua Walters. I am very well known. I'm very well aware of the Bronies, and I'm just going to ignore that they are. I'm just going to ignore that completely because they're a part of fandom that I don't need to acknowledge ever. Yeah, retro reviews. If something pops up that if I do want to review something at complete random, I will be doing it, but as of now, it'll only be the Jackass movies, Top Gun, the 5 movies I have planned for Halloween, James Cameron's filmography, and since next year is going to be the 60th anniversary of Dr. No, I'm going to review all the Sean Connery Bond movies in February, but I want to try to get those, so I will still have retro reviews up, just not as consistently as I've been putting them out this year, because I want to just I want to lay back, that's a good question. Joshua Walters asks, do you have plans to do a series of Christmas reviews throughout the month of December? No. Unfortunately, I don't. I haven't seen enough Christmas movies to do a top 10 worst. But I guess I'll be reviewing Hawkeye, so I guess that would count as a Christmas Christmas review at some point. I just answered this question, Max Schroeder. I will be reviewing the Sean Connery Bond movies next year. Now that the Daniel Craig era is done, I feel comfortable moving on to the other Bond movies, and my plan is for next year I'll do the Sean Connery Bond movies. And then I guess 2023 I'll be doing the Roger Moore movies. And then 2024 the what was his name? Timothy Dalton and Pierce Brosnan Bond movies. Basically, I just want to review all the Bond movies before we get to the next era of Bond with whatever actor they decide to choose. Breaking Bad or Sopranos? I've never actually watched The Sopranos, so I'm going with Breaking Bad. But yeah, for Christmas reviews, I don't. Hawkeye's probably the closest you'll get, and unfortunately, because the last episode will premiere after Christmas, you're gonna be waiting until after Christmas to see that review. Whatever. Okay, moving on. Moving on from the retro reviews. Another reason for pulling back on retro reviews next year, in addition to wanting to just watch movies for amusement or catching up on a lot of TV shows that I may have missed, is because if you didn't know, this year I started a brand new YouTube channel that's more dedicated to theme parks, The Real Mr. Robinson's Outdoor Adventures. It's currently at 98 subscribers, but the views that I've been getting on that channel are pretty up to par with the views that I get on this channel. Like, they're in the thousands. And for a brand new YouTube channel, that's very impressive. At least I think it is. So if you guys haven't subscribed to that channel, here you go. Here's the link right here for the theme park channel. Joshua Walters, you really want me to watch all these kids movies that I have no business watching unless I have kids, do you? Yeah, I'm not gonna be watching I did not see Playing with Fire with John Cena, and I do not have any plans to. So I'm sorry, just putting that just being very blunt with that. There's some movies that I have no business watching at all. But anyway, the theme park channel. If you guys don't know, Real Mr. Robinson's Outdoor Adventures is my theme park YouTube channel, and it's building up, I gotta say. Mostly it's been Universal Studios videos, with the exception of one video where I went to the Long Beach Aquarium, but I did get a Disneyland Magic Key. So that's the good news right there. So if you subscribe to that channel, you'll be seeing some Disneyland videos in the future. The bad news is, though, because of their registration system, I can't actually use it until January, which in a sense I don't mind because going to Disneyland during the holidays is very stressful. So I think I'm just going to stick to Universal Studios for the rest of the year. But when January comes around, I'll be doing some videos at Disneyland and trying to go there more often. Which is one good thing about, again, pulling back on these retro reviews for this current channel, is that I can spend a lot more time focusing on the other channel. And I want to welcome Ty Jensen in the chat. Hello there. Welcome. So yeah, that's the theme park aspect. What else do I have to talk about? Oh, Twitch. So I have not been up to par with streaming on Twitch as I'd like to. Because I've just been so busy, especially starting in October with the Nightmare on Elm Street movies and with Halloween Horror Nights. I have just been so busy that I have not had time to do streaming on Twitch, and I'd like to because Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out earlier this month. I played a lot through it, but I figured I want to wait until I unlock most of what I want to unlock in terms of buildings and dinosaurs so I can do sandbox mode with you guys. Thoughts on reviewing the Karate Kid movies and or Cobra Kai. Again, that's probably not going to happen next year, but again, because I'm not actually reviewing these movies, I don't plan to review many retro movies next year. That will give me some time to actually watch the Karate Kid movies just for my own amusement, and Cobra Kai, considering that show gets a ton of praise. So, basically, whenever I decide to review those movies and that series, you'll be the first to know. You guys will know right away. But with Twitch, I would like to try to do a couple streams before this year ends. I do know that Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings comes out on Blu-ray tomorrow as I'm doing this live stream. I don't think I'll be doing the stream tomorrow though, like I did with Black Widow when it came out. It might be, I don't know. It's gonna be soon. It's gonna be this year, so don't worry about that. And speaking of Marvel, Joshua Walters asked, are you going to be reviewing Marvel's What If? Yes, I actually did plan to review it, like I did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Loki. I planned to review What If when Hawkeye came out, but unfortunately it was Thanksgiving weekend and I just didn't have the time. I've got the notes down. I'm fully ready to go when it comes to reviewing What If. I just need to find the time, but I want to try to get that review up before the end of the year. Am I looking forward to Spider-Man No Way Home? Yes, I am. And last night was hell to get tickets, but managed to get mine this morning. It's not IMAX, but it's opening night, and it's a pretty decent seat, so I feel comfortable with what I got. Okay, so yeah, Twitch. I'm still planning I'd like to do Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's still going to happen on both this channel and Twitch in terms of a live watch party. But in terms of games, that's probably most likely going to be on the back burner until next year when things are less busy, because we're also in award season when it comes to movies, and since I'm a member of the Hollywood Critics Association, I have a lot to watch. So I just don't think if I had to make one sacrifice, it would be Twitch streaming. So, in terms of games, that's probably going to be put on the back burner for next year. In terms of Shang-Chi, that will happen before the year ends. And how long have I been on here? I've been on for about almost 20 minutes. Wow, that went by fast. Oh, you're gonna DT. It's okay. I apologize in advance if I butcher your name. DT Muhad Danish bin DT Kishra. Again, I apologize if I butchered all that, but shit, I just blacked out for a second. Oh, What If? You're gonna enjoy the last two episodes are a two-parter. Basically, it's just a big two-part finale. I think you're gonna enjoy them quite a bit. Do I plan on reviewing some DC films too? Now, are you talking about Max Shorter? Are you talking about the DC animated movies, or are you just talking about the theatrical movies? Because of course the Batman's coming out, and I think Flash, and is Shazam next year? I don't keep track of. Honestly, I just kind of lost track of the DC movies more than I have the MCU. So if you're talking about the animated movies, then again, I'll see. But in terms of the theatrically released films, of course, DC theatrical, yeah, that's a for sure thing. Especially the Batman. Even if I'm a little tired of Batman, if I'm gonna be honest, but still excited either way. So the last thing, what's the last thing I have to? I mentioned this YouTube channel here. I talked about the movie reviews, theme parks, Twitch. Okay, the last thing I had to mention this stream is the last thing featured in the title of this stream. Personal life stuff. I'm not going to go into too much detail, and it's no bad news really, but the main reason I'm back in this location again from 2020 is because I'm looking for a place to move again. So I just figured it's best to just pack up my equipment right away, and the Logitech camera is so small and compact that it works, and this mic has done good for me plenty. Okay, Black Adam's next here, which honestly, after the Jungle Cruise, I'm not looking forward to Black Adam, but Shazam's 2023. All right. I haven't seen that many finished movies, Walter Sorsa. But anyway, yeah, personal life. This is the stuff I want to try to do beyond YouTube, because I'll tell you right now, like, I have some projects in the back burner that I want to try to do that doesn't involve YouTube. And if I'm going to be honest, YouTube is not something that I want to try to make a full-time job. I look at YouTube and this whole channel as a portfolio. I'm never going to stop. I don't see myself stopping my YouTube... let me rephrase that again. I don't see myself like stopping or quitting YouTube altogether, because I enjoy making these videos, and plus I just started a theme park channel back in the summer, so YouTube's not going anywhere. But I would like to try to expand because my main goal is to be an on-camera host. YouTube has certainly helped me with that, but I want to try to do more. I want to try to go beyond just reviewing movies on YouTube. Like, I want to collaborate with people. I want to try to start up a podcast of some sorts. I want to try to put my feet in the water when it comes to interviews. I want to try to... I see so many of my colleagues who are just rocking it in terms of interviewing people, that I want to try to get on board with that as well. And I just need to start sooner than later. So... and there's a big job that I've been pursuing for over 10 years. 10 years. That kind of helps play into my on-camera passion, like my pursuit in trying to be an on-camera host. And I feel like I need to spend a good chunk of time focusing on rocking those interviews and getting that job. So again, I am not quitting YouTube. I have no plans at all to quit YouTube, because this is a great platform to showcase my work in terms of movie reviews. And plus, I just have fun doing YouTube anyway. But I want to try to do more beyond YouTube. There was a secret project that I've been working on last year that I had to put on the back burner because of all these retro reviews this year. Then once 2022 officially kicks into high gear, I want to get back on that secret project. So I think that 25 minutes, I think that's a good enough stream to just talk about my plans for next year. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot them in the chat, and I'll try to get to as many of them as I possibly can. I mean, I think I've answered most of the questions you guys have shown or you've typed in. Oh, sorry. It's been a long day today. Um, if nothing else, I think this would be a good time to I think this would be a good time to hop off. So before I do, I want to stress this. I can't stress this enough. You guys help make this channel. You guys help grow this channel into what it is. Even if you don't really interact with the chat or you don't comment on the videos at all, just the fact that you guys watch my stuff, and that the channel has been growing these past couple of years. Since 2018, the channel has seen significant growth, and it just warms my heart so much. So again, thank you guys so much. I do encourage you to, again, I do encourage you to go over to patreon.com, because if you really, this is something that can help me with not just my hosting career, but just YouTube in general. If you guys really like what I'm doing, I encourage you to help support financially. It can only be just, like, you can just support as little as $1 a month, and I'll appreciate that in any sense. But again, I know I imagine some members of my audience are not, don't have any jobs. I'm not saying that as a lazy factor. It could be just an age situation. So if you can't, if you just can't pledge any money to Patreon, or just strapped for cash altogether, just the fact that you guys watch this channel is all I need to know. Is basically just all that. That's the bare minimum you could do, and I'm very appreciative for it. So I want to leave the other links. Again, I want to leave my the link to my theme park channel, which I still plan to keep growing. I think either this week or next week I'll be heading to Universal Studios Hollywood for their holiday things, whether it's Grinchmas or Christmas in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So definitely go subscribe to that channel. I'll leave my Twitch link. In case you haven't followed me on Twitch yet, once I get back into that, I plan to do a lot more I plan to stream a lot more. And get back on games like Last of Us or Final Fantasy, or God, there was that I can't remember it, but there was that really creative game where you paint on walls of an old fishing village and they come to life. Like that was an amazing game that I want to try to get back on to doing. But yeah, just okay, I'm bringing up the Twitch. Hold on, folks. I am bringing up my Twitch channel so you guys can follow it. But yeah, I want to try to get back into streaming more games. Yes, right. First of all, hi, Rye Guy 2015. I do plan, once I get back onto Twitch streaming, I do plan to play more of The Last of Us, because that's such an it's such a great investment in terms of story that I want to continue. I want to continue playing that. Fell out, or the mic cord just got unplugged. Walter Sosa asked a question that I'm not going to answer yet until I know for sure that my mic's working. Because, again, it got unplugged. Don't mind me. I'm just waiting until I get some sort of confirmation that or I could just go to the actual video and see for myself if the mic's working. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Walter. Anyway, Mario Kart. Uh, I do like them, yes, and when I get some better equipment, like I want to try to get a PC that I can use specifically to stream video games, because right now I just use my PS4 on Twitch. I'd love to get my own PC just to stream through like my Xbox 360, my Nintendo Switch. I'd like to do a lot more beyond PlayStation 4 games. And Mario Kart, I think, would be a fun one to do at some point. And yeah, I don't think there's much else. I don't think there's much else I need to report on. So yeah, 2022. If you were disappointed that I'm not going to be reviewing as many retro movies that I did. Let me start that again. If you were disappointed that I'm not going to be reviewing as many older movies as I did this year, and I do apologize, but I do hope you stick around for not just the content on this channel that I'll be putting out, but also, again, the theme park channel, Twitch, and just keep your eyes open for some announcements. I cannot speak English properly. Keep your eyes open on either here or my social media, Twitter, Instagram, for announcements regarding some of these projects that I'm working on outside of YouTube that will help me, that I feel like would help me in my future endeavors. Ryguy 2015 asked, have I seen House of Gucci? I have, twice. And somebody else asked if I've seen Licorice Pizza. I have. There will be reviews for both movies by the end of the year. You might be seeing a review for House of Gucci first, but I have seen both movies. I've never watched Dora the Explorer, so I don't. I have no frame of reference to that at all. It came out. It came out at a time where I was too old to be watching Nick Jr. stuff, and I mean, back then I didn't really care for like the quality of preschool shows. Like again, I was like a preschool kid, so it's like, hey, is it brightly colored? Is it moving images? Then I like it. So that's all I have to say. As a 30-year-old man, I have no preference at all. And okay, I'm gonna hop off this stream so I can record my review for Meet the Robinsons. King Richard. That's another movie that I want to see before the end of the year. I know it's on HBO Max, so I'm probably going to have to make the time to watch it. But right now, I'm going to catch up. I'm going to hop off this stream, review Meet the Robinsons, upload my review for Ghostbusters Afterlife, and maybe do some other reviews like House of Gucci. I don't think I'll be doing a 2021 catch up. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. That's another thing I have to talk about. There's some movies that I won't be able to have time to get around to reviewing, mainly because, and I also don't want to do another video where, like, something I used to do on this channel is if there were so many movies that I didn't get around to reviewing, I'd just do an end of the year video where I round up all the movies that I didn't review and just give mini reviews for them. I'm not doing that anymore. Instead, I want to try to expand into writing. I want to try to start writing written. I want to start doing written reviews for movies in addition to these video reviews. So if there's a movie that I just don't have the time to do a video review for, then I'll focus that time on writing it. Last year I took a journalism class and I started a Tumblr account with the sole purpose to to use for that journalism class. I didn't really end up using it at all, but I do plan to use that as an outlet for written reviews. And I've seen a few movies that do warrant written reviews. So again, that's one of those like side projects beyond YouTube that I can talk about. Everything else, I'm still not ready to say. But anyway, so yeah, that's again, thank you guys so much for tuning into this stream. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel, watching these videos. If I didn't get to your questions, I do apologize. I'm gonna take off right now, get some work done before tomorrow. And again, thank you guys so much. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Have a good night.